You noble diggers, all stand up now.
Welcome, comrade. Never forget the forms.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to my channel. Today we will be talking about the entire history of Western philosophy, part 7. We are on David Hume today and his Enquiry on human understanding. It should be clear by now that these thinkers, most of them until we get into the good stuff later on, it's theater. I'm doing historical placing of these people. Their arguments are not super sophisticated. We are not, baffled by the words that they invoke, though we will be next week. But it sets up the historical play, the pageantry that we are about, that we think that all of history boils down to a debate, and that if the people who have lost the historical debate, the ones who believe that all is determined, that there is fate, that things are material, if that they were correct, that the world would be better ordered, better balanced, better suited to inheriting the stars. David Hume is writing much later than Rene Descartes, probably almost 100 years, maybe even more. I'm not quite sure. I know Hume wrote in 1748 because I just looked, but I don't know when Descartes wrote. I assume it was in the mid-1600s because Hobbes responded to him. Doesn't matter. Thomas Hobbes. Anyways, Hume is basically responding to the Cartesian arguments, but not directly. He's just putting forward his own system. We don't care about his system. We only use him as a wrecking ball. The wrecking ball of Descartes. There's only really one point that he has throughout the book that is so incisive, so solid as an argument that it completely clears Descartes away, that Descartes can't be taken seriously at all afterwards. I think, therefore I am is nothing. But just to give you a little taste of what he was like, he does this bit early on about miracles. Here's the quote. No testimony is sufficient to establish a miracle unless the testimony be of such a kind that its falsehood would be more miraculous. So he's saying miracles are always false because it would be more miraculous that that person's hallucinating. Sorry, it would be less miraculous that that person's hallucinating and therefore more likely. Uh, it just can't be. Right? The testimony is not sufficient to prove miracles, and that's all we have for miracles. I've never seen a miracle, at least not one that defies the objective laws of reality, if we're going to call something like birth a miracle or something like that. Hume destroys Descartes with this example called the billiard balls analogy. And I'm going to do the quote, but first I'm going to explain it. Billiards, playing pool, shooting snooker. You shoot the ball, it hits a ball, it moves the ball. One ball moves the other ball. That's what you think, but how do you know that's what happened? You don't. You only see what happens and relate cause and effect to it. You can't know it. And this is not like chaos theory. This is like, why doesn't the ball go up when you hit it or whatever, right? Like, or why does it not just stand still? You just can't know. So here's the quote. All our reasonings concerning cause and effect are derived from custom, habit. And so you can't even be sure that the sun is going to rise tomorrow. Even if you know the course, the chart of the planets around the sun and the sun around its place in the galaxy, that you only know that the sun's going to rise tomorrow through habit, through cause and effect, and that saying that you know it's going to rise tomorrow is in fact a lie, that you don't know, and that it could not rise tomorrow, technically. And so we're talking about knowledge. Again, the specter of Socrates hovers over us, and we know that we know nothing. And between these two things, custom and habit, you are able to see, imply, that there is no I behind the person, right? There are just sense perceptions, and the sense perceptions pass in and out of the mind. And what is the I there? What is the person? Is a hallucination. It is. It just isn't. I don't experience reality as one unified whole. And if you experience reality as one person, I would say you're either a dullard with not much going on up top, or a psychopath, a religious zealot, maybe. But I experience reality like a parliament in my head. There are factions, there are personalities that jockey for dominance, you know. There's the lecherous me who loves coffee and the vape. There's the hardworking me. There's the empathetic me. There's the cold and calculating me. And all these factions have claims to principles or claims to virtues that are much like Freud says in Civilization and Its Discontents. That So he says that the mind is like the city of Rome, but not as you see it today, but as if you could see all stages of development at once, translucent and superimposed on one another. So you could see the original wooden temple of Jupiter Optimus Maximus, the stone temple, and the ruins today, all on top of one another. And that's what the mind is like, that you are a city in development, but at all times at once. So I'm still the child on the inner side, in the inner core, right? That early city. And I am also the city that was built on top of it. But I'm both at once, so I'm a contradiction. And so there is no I there, right? There is lies, knots, contradictions that tense up to form something that looks like a coherent whole to outsiders, to the other. And it has evolutionary affect. But yeah, there's no you on the inside, right? How are you when you at 7 was not you, or you at 15 was not you? Or what is the relation between you at 7 and you at 15? I've completely strayed from Hume. But anyways, he says sense perceptions, that those are the only thing that we can trust. That the rationality that Descartes seeks to find objective truth from, that those are echoes, hallucinations of sense perceptions. Sense perceptions are the only reality we have. Thank you. Have a nice day. Hello, you've made it to the end of the video. Thank you. This channel has one mission: to prevent civilizational collapse associated with climate change, to prevent 100 million refugees by 2035, to stop 7 billion from starving to death by 2075. And we will do this through one main vehicle. We mean to unite the Anglosphere. We will do this by convincing the Commonwealth of His Majesty King Charles III to apply for statehood as one. And then with this new power, we will be able to negotiate in good faith with the rest of the world on how to tackle this crisis. Thank you and enjoy.